But now we want to transition into a lot of things that are currently happening in society today as we speak. I don't know if y'all know or what side of what state everybody is from, but school has just started back in, and man, there's been a bunch of school shootings, a bunch of just shootings in general. But the first one we're going to speak about tonight is going to be the one that happened at Warner Robins High School. So we're going to play this for you guys to get the update on this. And we're going to try to stay up to speed on all these cases that we're covering tonight to keep you guys abreast. So here we go.
And that's in Middle Georgia, y'all.
Yeah.
We know that it began as an altercation in the boys' restroom on the G hallway at Warner Robins High School. And we know that there were 6 or 7 students in the bathroom at the time of the incident. And it appears that there may have been an altercation that began as a verbal altercation over a vape. And the 2 students involved were arguing back and forth. It turned into a physical altercation in what was described as maybe some hand fighting or pushing and shoving. And then one of the students retrieved a firearm, a semi-automatic pistol from his book bag, and discharged 1 round. And that bullet struck the leg of another student.
All right. So they were fighting over a vape.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you. This is the young man here at his hearing.
We are getting some breaking news into the newsroom right now. We want to switch to, so the 14-year-old suspect accused of opening fire on Warner Robins inside Warner Robins High School yesterday is appearing before a judge for the first time right now. Let's listen together.
I have a lawyer. And as I've explained, if you can't afford to hire a lawyer, the court will come on board. Okay? It sounds like your mama is on that. But if you wanted to be an attorney, you have to fill out an affidavit, or your mama has to give us some information about your finances to be qualified. Okay? You have the right to call a pre-indictment probable cause unless you are released on bond or the grand jury indictment prior to that. Okay?
Is that? Can you hear that static?
Yeah, it's
they gotta do better in these courtrooms. Now y'all making all that money in Georgia. That's your side.
Don't do that. Don't do Georgia.
In Housing County, they serve 6 months at a time, and they are a check of balance to make sure that there's some basis for the DA to bring these charges. Okay. You also have the right to jury opposition charges. For purposes of indictment,
All right, so that's too disturbing with the noise. Y'all got to do better out there in the Georgia and Alabama area. Y'all make too much money through crime to not have good speaker systems. But the young man is 14 years old at the Warner Robins High School. If y'all know, that is a huge military community. Warner Robins is an Air Force base out there. So Warner Robins out there. So very huge military presence. I wonder is that if he's a military kid too. It hasn't came out yet. But this was a 14-year-old young man who got into an altercation in the bathroom with, it seemed like it was like 6 to 7 other people from what the gentleman said, over a vape that became physical. And then this young gentleman pulled out a gun. She said, if y'all stop typing, still watching on TV.
If I stop watching, stop typing.
Okay.
She got us on her TV.
Okay. Gee, at 14, man. He said predominantly black or white school. It's gonna be a mixture.
A good mix.
It's gonna be a mixture. If it's by the Air Force base, it's gonna be a good mixture. But I will say, I'll let Rain look it up, but I think it's still highly African American. Just because when I was in the Air Force, they did send a lot of us black folks to Warner Robins. They wouldn't send us to Moody. Moody is the other Air Force base. Yes, racism was in the military. But anyway, with that being said, there's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot that we're going to cover tonight. This is just the first story. We're going to keep you guys abreast to this story throughout the weeks. She said, so he was mad that he was not sharing the vape. Yeah, like it's I'm ready to really hear more about it. I think it's more to it because I want to know how a 14-year-old even gets into school with the weapon like that. He says, so don't act like there's still violence in the middle. Hey. Mel said, I know gangs are heavy in Atlanta, but this over a vape makes no sense. Puff puff pass. What did you find out about that Warner Robins area?
So it has approximately 1,600, almost 1,700 students in grades 9 through 12. It's the bottom 50% as far as overall test scores in Georgia. The minority enrollment is 80% of the student body, majority Black, which is higher than the Georgia State average of 66%.
That's what I thought. That's what they used to send all us, for real. Like, people think I'm joking. That's what they sent there. Like, for real. You wanted to get the Moody, they're like, we could send you to Warner Robins. No, I'm straight. But yeah, so she said, dang, close it down. Yeah. For real. That area is rough too. He said, yeah, it was lower income pop. Yeah. So this is a 14-year-old. We're gonna keep y'all abreast to his case. Right now, they're waiting to for him to, shouldn't be going to trial, but they're gonna be gaining the evidence to see what they're gonna do with him. Again, he's 14, so worst case, you're looking at juvenile detention. But the reason why we wanted to cover these stories, well, the reason why I know I want to cover these stories is because we speak about losing other African Americans, right? We know Nolan Wells is no longer with us, and we don't have all the evidence yet of why he's not with us. But we do have evidence of why a lot of our other Black young men and women aren't with us, and that's because of the jurisdictional system. This young man is already starting his life out in the juvenile system with this one bad choice he made in school. And this is something that's gonna that's gonna follow him for the rest of his life. Like, these things, I don't think people really understand these systems. Once he gets in that juvenile system, man, it's no better than going. It's like getting ready prepped up for prison. Like, so go ahead.
They do have an update though. As of the 13th, it says that they're gonna try him as an adult. Where did they go to? Hold on. They're gonna try him as an adult, and he's being charged with 5 charges: aggravated with a firearm, theft by receiving a stolen firearm, possession of a handgun by a person under 18, possession of a firearm in a school safety zone, and disrupting public schools.
Yeah, so you see that already. Over a vape, this young man is being tried like he's an adult. And just wanted to talk about this because this is something that we have to really start to speak on. These cases aren't just about people losing their lives. People are losing their innocence. This is a 14-year-old. This is a kid. This is a kid. He's a young man, 14 years old, who's now about to be put into a system that he is not mentally prepared for over one bad decision. And these things are even more important. And we have to start protecting those who are still here as well. And that's kind of our goal here, well, for myself and Rain. That's why we're trying to bring stories to you guys. We're going to try to bring real people on here for these town halls to talk about stories that they have going on in their area, because these things start very early before anything else. So highly encourage you guys to stay with us, to stay abreast to these subjects and topics. But there was a lot going on this week in the school system. I mean, as we were getting on tonight, Rain was like, man, somebody just did a shooting. I think it was Virginia State University at VSU. So there's shootings going on everywhere. There's innocent lives being taken everywhere. And it's just something that we want to keep everybody abreast to. So we're going to get to the comments, and then we're going to get to this next story, which is even, like, I won't say sadder, but it's a little worse, in my opinion.
Shaking my head. That's all you can do is shake your head. Yeah.
So
little lady said, dang, adult might not get out till 34.
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. I mean,
over a vape. And then why are you even bringing a gun to school? And do they not have metal detectors at this high school?
But see, I mean, they probably don't. But even with that being said, we got to find somebody to protect this young man. Like hopefully they have like a GoFundMe or something going so he can get a better attorney than a public attorney, like one that they're going to provide for him, who's going to tell him to take a plea and get you 10 years or you'll do 4, and then when you turn 18 they'll decide where you're going to go next. Like this is not good for us at all. Like at all. So go ahead.
And said it seems like they're trying to make an example out of them. Penny said, dang, if he's being charged as an adult, his options are limited for the rest of his life and he will be in the cycle.
Most definitely.
Jesus. No room for redemption. If that, Akeem said, I have seen adults get hostile over weed pens, laughing but very serious.
That's crazy.
Pillion, Alon said, what happened? Welcome in. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Penny said, worst part is that he probably thought it was a video game. Mel said, juvenile felonies. Why are kids, and for that matter, adults, so bad at personal impulse control?
I mean, the man, it's the world we living in today. I mean, y'all think about, y'all are going to see it here on the town hall. We're going to be trying to stay covering as much as possible. And then if y'all go over to the weekly radar with Rain, she covers a lot of top news on her channel too. You guys are going to see. I mean, we're talking about impulse control, but I mean, does anybody feel safe leaving their home today? I mean, we just covered the in and out active shooter incident that happened in Idaho in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? And then also we covered what else? Who else did we cover after that? It was another shooting.
Jeez. Dang it, we didn't
cover. No, it wasn't a shooting. It was the pastor in Florida.
Oh yeah, the pastor in Florida
who was passing around the HIV to 14-year-olds.
Yeah. So. Little lady said, "Glad I stopped, not by choice."
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Little lady said, the part their gun said.
Mm-hmm.
Pillion. Let us know how you pronounce your name. This is why the high school here is about to look like TSA in the mornings.
That's big facts.
Telling you, Penny said, like I said, where is AI? Where is Al? It looks like AI. Where is Al and Crump for this young man? Akeem said, Crump is not a criminal attorney. Penny said, just saying, no defense and press for the young man.
We got him.
Penny said, they go where the money is, not the need. Little lady said, Crump the money man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll keep you guys up to date on his charges that ends up actually sticking and what they do with them. Hopefully, I don't think he had any like background of like criminal activity, so hopefully he can get off and get a better option. But I am predicting, you guys are hearing it first at the town hall. Souls is predicting that by the end of 2027, school will have an option to be hybrid. I don't think we can continue to have this many school shootings and guns coming to schools and not give parents an option to take their kids out of school for their safety. So you're hearing it here first. So, and they already got AI going into school, so it'll happen very shortly.